Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network, if you'd like to do the same. What's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin. I thank everybody for coming out, tuning in now. Those who are going to catch it in the middle or at the end, or just catch the replay for sure. I greet everybody on this evening, on this so-called holiday and whatnot that people are celebrating. In general, I'm not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement. Y'all know me. Listen, do not lay claims of me calling me a pastor, preacher, or anything like that. Just a YouTuber. So we're here to talk about a story, man. We're here to talk about this story and whatnot, man. I did a story on this fella about 2 years ago. I'm gonna share the screen right quick. Real fast. Let me see where I did it at. So I did the story up on this fella about 2 years ago. I shared the screen right here. So when I did this one, I did this story on this fella. It says 1 year ago, but it says August 18th, 2021 when I did the story. So this fella, he was arrested. And I'm going to share this screen too. So I did this story once again. For those who just coming in here, we're doing a story about this fella called Brother Polight or whatever. A known motivational speaker and all this other nonsense that he do. So my story that I did on him was August the 18th, 2021. And then after the fact that people was doing stories about him, he claimed that he was going to, file for some type of defamation of character 2 years ago. I haven't seen anything yet. I haven't seen nothing yet, man. But first and foremost, shout out to everybody in the chat room. Let me check it out right quick. Finally, we have you. What up, Service? Larry, I'm going to answer your question in due time. What up, Nicole Martin? What up to Ernest Beard? So we're going to get to the story before how it led up to what we're talking about in these days. So I'm going to go to the, for those who are new to the story, there's this guy called Brother Polight. He was a known motivational speaker and things like that throughout social media and whatnot. And he was arrested back in 2021 and things like that for sexual assault, sexual battery. Now we're going to go to the story from back then. And then we're gonna get caught up to what's going on in these days because he has a hearing coming up July the 7th and whatnot, whether to take the plea deal or not. But we're gonna go back to the story about how it happened. C-Rock says he said that dude is a mess. He said he's an atheist. That's funny, man. That's why he called him an atheist. So we're gonna go back. That's funny. Excuse me. So once again, for those who ain't caught up to the story, C-Rock stupid, man. I'm gonna share the screen. Shout out to Nicole. Aaron Martin. Shout out to you. What up to Ohio out there, Aaron Martin. Shout out to you. So this is the story that I did 2 years ago about the motivational speaker was arrested for February assault of a teen in Miami. So this is what the news states. Real quick. It says Michael Nowak, also known as Brother Polight, surrendered to police Monday for allegedly sexual battery of a 14-year-old girl in a hotel room in February. The alleged victim is the daughter of a woman that Nowak, 37 years of age, was romantically linked to. So I'm not gonna go to more of what the news saying because they don't really have the general facts. So the whole thing about it was, he was dealing with this girl. Now, if you see on YouTube, you will see some interviews with him and DJ Vlad, where as though he mentions that he has a couple of wives and about 2 chicks he's courting and whatnot. Now, back in Miami, he wanted to take this 14-year-old girl out to a party. Now, what man would want to take a 14-year-old girl out, his girlfriend or whatever, to a party? You know what I'm saying? Why not kickball or something? Why not soccer? Why not go to Dave & Buster? Well, who would feel comfortable with somebody taking their daughter out? Listen, I got daughters. I'm very overprotective. You know what I mean? So I'm not allowing anybody, you know what I mean, unless you gain that trust factor, unless you're real comfortable with that person that you really gonna marry and stuff like that. But if that, you understand? But what real man who is an influencer who's giving out all his motivation or so-called motivation on social media and whatnot to want to take a 14-year-old girl to a party out there in Miami? You understand? So he took the girl. Those who new to the story, so he he wanted to take the girl to the party and whatnot, but the party was canceled or something like that. Then he took the little girl back to the hotel and started playing music and whatnot and dancing on his little 14-year-old. Now this is supposed to be Brother Polight. You understand? Dancing on a 14-year-old girl. What man got any type of interest in a little girl like that? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. What up to Khadijah Reeves? What up? What up? What up? G Swole. Let me answer this person question first. Larry, he says, how much time is the dude facing? Well, this coming July 7th, they mentioned that his hearing is coming up. You understand? So basically in the state of Florida, what I read, it says a person convicted of sexual assault in the state of Florida could face up on the low end a second degree felony conviction punishable up to 15 years in prison and fines as high as $10,000. So when he got caught or whatever the case may be, he did not want the girlfriend to go to the police to tell the police because he was afraid that it would mess up his image on social media. Listen, if you found out that was more important, your image on Facebook or social media in general, then why would you put yourself in a position? You know what I'm saying? That might not have been your first time even doing something like that because usually pedophiles like that have done it in the past before. It's just that that's their first time ever getting caught for a situation like that. He also drugged the little girl. Also, he also tried to force the little girl to perform on him. Now, this is a grown man who supposedly had 3 or 4 wives, two other girlfriends, and now you're trying to forcefully force a 14-year-old girl to perform on you. You understand that? Who knows? You probably did that before to other little girls. You understand? Now he has an opportunity. What people are telling me right now is that he already took the plea deal. So now you admitting to it. Now you admitting to it. If a man didn't do it, if he's innocent in his heart, he would fight the case despite whatever. But if the man take the plea deal, you claiming guilt about the actions that you performed, what they said you performed that day. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to the comment section. Ernest Beard, what up, what up, what up? What Willa Boyd says, does it matter? Okay. You talking to G Swole says, what up? I agree with you on this so-called holiday, but do you think it's hypocritical? Well, you said something about for black people to celebrate it that also supports the Black Lives Matter movement. Man, that really don't got nothing to do with this topic at hand. I don't really focus on like Independence Day or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? People gonna celebrate what they're gonna celebrate at the end of the day. I can't stop it. You know what I mean? My personal views on it. I don't celebrate it or whatever the case may be. I'm not in tune with the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm not stuck on one dimensional of races and whatnot for all people in general. But you says, do you think it's hypocritical for black people to celebrate it? Well, I don't know. You understand? I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't know the core factors to Independence Day more so. You know what I mean? I don't go deeper depths to all these holidays and stuff like that to really focus on that. I know some people do at the end of the day, but a lot of people in general, whether you're black, white, Polish, Asian, they celebrate the 4th of July, with the fireworks and the cookout with the chicken and the Italian sauces and the shrimps on the grill and all that good eating at the end of the day. You understand? All right. Okay, what's going on here? Izell Glover, what up? What up, Jersey? Izell Glover. He's funny. What up, Khadijah Reeves? Shout out to you on your YouTube channel. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for sure. All right. Let me see. What up? What up, Kim? What up? What up? What up? Good, I think so. That's why some of these kinds of people form cults so they can justify their sexual perversion. Absolutely, I definitely agree with that. As you know, we see the Charles Duells and we see these other so-called religions and cults and things like that. So they could try to keep things hidden because they know it's against the law to do certain things like that. You know what I mean? But as I showed a video, I think it was last week about when this guy here, Brother Polight, he asked the GMS camp out there in New York a question about RAPE, and they said it was okay if somebody RAPE a little girl. They justified that. So a lot of those organizations, a lot of those groups, they do justify that in their religious beliefs and things like that. You understand? You'd be surprised how many people in those type of cults, religions, and stuff like that, they really justify touching on little kids and thinking it is okay for them to do that. So you're right about that. What up, the cartel is young? What up, what up, what up? C-Rock Smooth said, this guy thinks like many other millionaires. He believes he can pay his way out of any trouble. His moment of truth is coming. Oh, man. Good, I think, says pedo is big time right now, especially with how porn is easily accessible. I watched a couple of YouTube channels called Colorado Ped Patrol where they catch them and many are being caught. Chris Hansen too, right? Whereas though they set up these pedophiles, which is a good thing to do. You know what I mean? For those who's working with law enforcement, trying to get these creeps off the streets. I mean, you got former police officers, you got correctional officers, you got teachers, you got people from the military who they've caught. They caught a lot of people trying to talk to 14-year-olds, trying to talk to 15-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and even the guy came to the house for a chick that was 12 years of age. You understand? And these are grown men. I don't see what type of interest would any man, once again, what type of interest you got in the 12-year-old? You don't see that 35-year-old fully grown, developed woman over there, dressed nice, and you know what I'm saying? What interest you got in a child at the end of the day? You understand? I don't get it. I just don't get it. They prefer an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old over this fine 30-year-old, 35-year-old woman over there. I don't get it. You understand? Jackie McCall. He says, "What's up, brother? Where are the parents?" Well, the parent allowed that to happen. The girlfriend allowed for Mr. Polight to take the 14-year-old girl to the party. So she allowed it. At the end of the day, that was her fault. She felt too comfortable around him, I guess. You understand? It doesn't matter who the person is. I don't care if he's famous, a millionaire, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You cannot let just any old body around your kids for sure. You know what I mean? Willa Boy says, okay, you talking about this day. My fault. Shirley Duke says, good night. You too. What up, Scholar Sellers? What up, what up, what up, what up, T Hall? Sack 12 says, a lot of people think Polight agreed to a plea deal, but he only agreed to a plea hearing where he can accept or reject the offer. If he rejects it and take it to trial, it is a lot more risk. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So that's a clever way. I was hearing that people were saying that he accepted a plea deal, and you're right. He only agreed to a plea hearing. Big difference. You know what I mean? And he can accept or reject. He can reject. But like you said, it comes with a lot of risk. A lot more prison time if you lose that trial. A lot more. You understand? Especially if they have evidence on it, clear-cut evidence. You understand? Which is, oh man, he's in a whole lot of mess right now. You understand? A whole lot of mess. All right. What up, Andrew? What up, Andrew? What up, Lee Rhodes? Larry says, I finally got a chance to check out that Pastor Duell or whatever. Do be cursing, all kinds of wild stuff. Absolutely. What up, Simply Behold, Christopher? What up? Christopher Span. What up? Linda. Hope all is well. You know what I mean? C-Rock. He said, isn't this holiday a celebration of the colonizers stealing this land from the Native American Indians, and almost committing genocide? Who would celebrate this holiday? Wow, man. Listen, I didn't know that. What up, King Anthony? What up? Hope all is well. Cartels Young says, crazy how sick this world is. Satan blinded they mind and they think it's okay. You're right about that. Shirley Duke says, goodness, what is going on with grown men hitting up young girls? I have 3 daughters. My oldest girl is in her 20s, other 2 teens. No way. Nah, no man talking to my last 2 girls. Well, the thing is, somebody brought up, watching those pedophile shows. It was one pedophile show where as though they played as if they was a father. You know what I mean? And some fathers out there allow their young daughters to, with other grown men. They allow that type of stuff to happen. So when I also played the video of those Hebrew Israelites justifying that it is okay for a grown man to RAPE a 12-year-old girl, and then somebody asks, now what if it's that's your daughter and he did that to your daughter? They stated that it was okay for that man to do. They tried to justify it with the scriptures. All right, let's show it right now. I'm gonna try to find a video right now. Just bear with me so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. All right, just give me a little moment, and we're looking for the video right now. I think this is it right here, if I can find it. And I think it's on this guy. I think it's on Vocal Malone's YouTube channel. Shout out to him, man. So I'm just gonna scroll to it right now. Now in the video that I'm about to share the screen with, Mr. Polight, he's the person asking the question. How ironic is that? You know what I'm saying? How ironic is that? So we're gonna share the screen right quick. Just bear with me. I found the video right quick on YouTube and whatnot on what is his cat name again? Vocal Malone page. So here it is right now.
I don't know if that's
all right. Here we go.
They said that you said it was okay to rape 12-year-old girls. I don't know if that's
true. Which we teach now is that when you go into the law in the ancient world, men, if they saw a woman that they like, they can grab the woman up and rape the woman, man. and we're gonna read the scriptures. All right?
Oh man, y'all heard that? Did you hear it? All right, we're gonna run that back right quick. We're gonna start it from the top. Shout out to Vocal Malone. He's a good dude. Emailed him before. Good dude. And we're gonna take it from here. Okay.
All right, here we go.
They said that you said it was okay to rape 12-year-old girls. I don't know if that's true.
Which we teach now is that when you go into the law in the ancient world, men, if they saw a woman that they like, they can grab the woman up and rape the woman, man. and we're gonna read the scriptures. All right? Hell no, you have no problem with that.
The Lord has no problem with that.
No, but that's not good law.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this.
The Lord didn't have a problem with men raping a 12-year-old or any woman that they saw on sight.
The Lord didn't have a problem with.
So him right here, that's Mr. Polight right there asking the questions. That is out there in New York City. I'm very familiar with the area of Times Square. And the fellow that's answering the questions, the light-skinned brother, is a guy by the name of Tahar of the GMS camp of Hebrew Israelites. All right?
Why you David B?
But you know what you're thinking? See, you were brought up in this man's food system, so that's how you think. That's how you think. But back in the ancient world, if you saw, we're talking about, grab a woman, man.
And God had no problem with this.
Of course not. let me tell you something, man. I mean, I don't want to speak around like this around a woman, you know. But I'm gonna say this, man. Let me say this. Let me say this, bro. Let me say this.
I'm listening.
Most women dream about that. All right. Most women.
He said most women dream about getting RAPE. You see how foolish this guy sound? Let me run that back right quick.
Listen, most women dream about that.
Yeah, it's true. It's
All
true.
right? Most women fantasize about that, man.
Oh, man, this guy's a nutcase for sure for saying something like that. Now, I had the whole video a long time ago, and it might be on my other computer. I really can't find it no more so on YouTube and things like that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna continue to look for it in general, but that's what those type of Hebrew Israelites, that's what they talk about. You know what I mean? What up, Leader for Christ? What up? He said, didn't Charlemagne have a similar situation like this? Charlemagne the God, off of Power 105, one of the hosts. I'm trying to think about it. You know, he was younger, and I think the woman, she didn't show up for court or something like that, and it was thrown out. You know what I mean? I really can't remember the story when Charlemagne explained the situation, but I think the case was thrown out because the girl didn't show up or something like that. You know, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I mean? But that's what they were saying years ago with Charlemagne the God and things like that. My thing is, man, don't even put yourself in a position like that at all. You understand? Don't put yourself in a position, you know, because you know, even if it's you was young, you know what I'm saying, you become somebody in general, people can dig that type of stuff up. They can find your court files because it's public record at the end of the day. And these days it's almost like, listen, you can't hide nothing because people will go searching and looking, you know what I mean, for things on you, especially something like that happened to Charlemagne. You know, he just so happened, I believe the case got thrown out on with Charlemagne because of the chick didn't show up or something like that. All right. So I really can't, I don't know, I can't really put it on him. I really don't know too much of the details, but legally, it got thrown out or he was found not guilty or something like that. All right. He said, Charlemagne, you sure ain't holding no punches. He said, Charlemagne the God. Wow. Leonard. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. People was talking about that a lot with Charlemagne and whatnot. You know, it's a lot of them out there that had, you know, charges like that and what have you. And it's going to be a lot more others that they're going to find these charges. And there's going to be a lot more others that get arrested for stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking up for Charlemagne the God. I'm just saying that, you know, that happened when he was younger. You know what I mean? I don't know the age, but it don't matter. Wrong is wrong at the end of the day. For sure. A lot of times it's like, let's just say it's like getting a speeding ticket and whatnot. You get a speeding ticket and then you get a lawyer. Listen, I could get it down. You get a non-moving violation. You get no points on your license. Okay, the judge grant that. That don't mean you didn't commit that crime of getting a speeding ticket. That's what lawyers are for. Lawyers will lie in certain situations to get you out. You understand? I've seen it in my younger days. You know, if a lawyer could get me out of this by just lying or finessing the system, what else can they do? You know what I mean? So that can happen also in a lot of situations. All right. He brought up Charlemagne the God. Oh man, that was funny. He says if he took it to trial, he would have to explain 6. Well, I ain't gonna stains on a girl's scarf and sweater. He might have a conspiracy theory for that, but I can't see how he could prove it. Wow. 6. I'm just gonna say to be clean for YouTube. 6 bodily fluid stains on a girl's scarf. That's crazy. That's crazy and sick right there. You know what I mean? So if you take it to trial and that's true for sure, you know, because like I said, lawyers out there, man, they know how to finesse the situation. Sometimes money talks, but sometimes a judge can make an example out of somebody at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Whether they find him guilty or not, listen, having that on your name, sexual assault, putting yourself in a position like that, that's just crazy. You know what I mean? All right. Tyrone says, I'm glad you hit this subject. He's so conscious, but not conscious of enough to rape, RAPE, a 14-year-old girl. T. Hall says a 12-year-old girl and a grown woman is not the same. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Chris Hansen, when he do the catch the pedophiles or all those people out there who got them little things where as though they catch the pedophiles, you know, a lot of those men, they don't only go after little girls, they go after little boys also. So me personally, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you see this fine woman over here, grown women. Man, she got a nice car, everything. Professional. But yet, these sick-minded people, they rather do something so devious like that. They try to plot and RAPE or molest little kids. I don't get it. You understand? All right? And some people in the pulpit do that too. We ain't forgetting about that. I do the stories on them so-called preachers who get arrested for sexually assaulting kids and whatnot. There's a lot of them in the pulpit also. It ain't just Mr. Polight. It ain't just Chris Hansen who catch those predators and whatnot. It's even those in the churches and whatnot. You understand? A lot of times the members and the people and then their family members, they sweep it underneath the rug. You know what I mean? All right. C-Rock said, this man that is saying this is a Hebrew Israelite for the record. Oh, man. What up, Tika? What up? Andrew Jackson says, that dude is sick. Absolutely. Simply Behold says, see, that just shows all kinds of fools out there, especially in the rich elites as well. What up, Cynthia Davenport? You said this man is evil. He really believes this. No woman fantasizes about that. He's way off. Are you talking about the Hebrew Israelites? What up, Eddie? What up? Nicole Martin says RIP and women dream about that. That's the devil out of the pits of hell. Wow. G Swole, we said, I think the reason why a grown man preys on little girls because his mindset hasn't fully developed from a child's mindset. I mean, I don't know. Because when I was 15, 16, listen, I was interested in older women. So I don't know. You could be right for sure, but I'm only going by my experience and my interest in older women at the end of the day when I was younger. Not because of the whole body shape, because of the mature level at the end of the day. Now, I just think it's real sick and demonic that a grown man just have any type of interest in a little girl or in a boy. When I was watching Chris Hansen, one of his shows on YouTube, it was a 71-year-old man, you know what I mean, who tried to go to the house of a young girl. And he was explaining himself to Chris Hansen and things like that. That wasn't his first time doing it. He just so happened to get caught that time. So they continuously keep on doing it, right? Until they get caught. And even if after they get caught, arrested, locked up for a couple of years and come out of prison, some of them still continue to do it. You know what I mean? All right. C-Rock, he says, Duell said that when a man has sex with a woman, it is automatically his wife. Rape is unlawful sex. You got to be of the devil to teach that mess. I think somebody brought that up the other day, and I've heard this before from somebody, you know what I mean? Years ago, I heard this. I think it was back in 2015. This person told me that when you have sex with a person that, that's automatically your wife. Okay, the one I had when I broke my virginity at the age of 17, when I was out there doing my due, I'm still married to her? That don't make no sense. But some of these people still, they think that way. I don't get why. Christopher Wright said something about fornication. The other day, responded to that person. He had a good point. I forgot what he exactly said about it. You know what I mean? But I don't understand why some of those people believe that once you have sex with a person, that you're automatically married to them. That doesn't make no type of sense at all. You didn't make no type of commitment between you, the person, and God and stuff like that. You didn't make none of that at the end of the day. In that case, people who are porn stars and stuff like this, all these entertainers sleeping with hundreds of women, are they married? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I heard that before at C-Rock, and somebody mentioned that the other day. I don't know why people think like that, man. I really don't. More to Life said, do these weirdos mothers like someone they don't want bothering them? Doing so anyway. No, they don't. He says, no, they do not. They are weirdos themselves. You never know what's in someone's head. He says, stay paranoid. I really don't get it. C-Rock says, not Leonard. Government is on full display. Oh, yeah. Leonard. What up, Jeremy? What up? Gladys says, it's an animal world. I feel sad. The woman must try to care. Do not expose your body no more. Wow. Let me see. Good, I think says, yeah, Pastor DeWell's church is just a nightclub. He said just a nightclub with God's name on it. They can drink alcohol, marry multiple women, curse, and I bet you there is more stuff that's hidden that will be revealed one day. I agree with that. Nicole Levels, she says, some women lie. It depends on how she look. Lusting is not a good thing, but you never force no one to do anything. They say Polight forced himself, though. Well, that's crazy. On a 14-year-old girl. 14. Why would a mother allow a 14-year-old girl to go to a party out there in Miami? Why? You understand? I don't get it. What type of mother is that? Somebody said, where's the parents? What type of influence you got as a mother and as a so-called stepfather to take the girl or have an interest to take the girl to a party or a nightclub in Miami, Florida? I don't get it at all. You understand? You can sit down and at home and watch The Lion King, watch Beauty and the Beast. You understand? Now that's quality time right there. Sit down, watch Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid. A 14-year-old girl don't need to be going out to no clubs at all, to no parties at all, not even to a slumber party. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm strict. Not even go spend a night at her friend's house. You understand? No, not at all. You know what I mean? You want to come over, y'all sit in the front room, chill out for a little bit, and go home, get out. You know what I mean? I'm just that strict of a parent, but no way will I allow, if my daughter, when she becomes 14, Lord willing, if she ever going to a party at all. You understand? All right? Tyrone, he says, they are predators. Absolutely. Good, I think, says, and I'm at 5:26 p.m., so I'm a little backed up. Forgive me. He says, that's how they were in the Catholic Church, deep, a whole organization of pedophiles because the Holy Spirit ain't there, and therefore no discriminate. I don't get how they still open after all those cases. Me either. SAT says, what age do you think should be the age of consent? Huh? What? Age of consent for what? Dating? SEX? Marriage? Age don't mean nothing. It's up here. Age don't mean nothing in the sense of maturity, because there's some people out there that's 45 and they're not mature. But if you're talking about dating and whatnot and things like that, I'd say, honestly, I'm thinking about where my mom was when I was young. I'm gonna say 21. I'm gonna say 21. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say 18. I know that's the legal age, but I'm gonna say 21 because of the mature level. That's what I'm gonna say. But you got some states out here. I believe some is like 15 with parents' consent. Some is like 16 with parents' consent and whatnot. Nah, me personally, I say 21 to get to know somebody. I'm not talking about sex. Now, sex comes biblically when you get married. You know what I'm saying? That's biblical terms right there. But if you're talking about really getting to know somebody and stuff like that, although some people, they can do it. Some 18-year-olds could do it. They meet somebody who's the same age and whatnot in court and do things right. Very, very rare in these days. It's very, very rare. But you got some people in the church that's young, but they really striving for God and stuff like that can do it. Very rare. Very little bit of people can do that. You know what I'm saying? But the mature level, because like I said earlier, not too long ago, people who's in their 50s and 40s, they immature in the mind. They can't get it together themselves. But yet you got some young people who are mature in mind. Very few, you understand? But state-wise and legal-wise, it varies from state to state as far as like age of consent. You know what I mean? Some countries, some continents, areas, it's like probably younger than that. You understand? But if you're talking about sex, after you get married, simple as that. You know what I mean? I know a lot of us could be hard-headed, you know what I mean, that we up in age and we still do the do with somebody our age and whatnot. But age of consent, for that type of stuff, I'm going to say after you get married, you know what I mean, and you mature enough to handle it. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying in the sense that, I'm perfect or anything, because I'm not perfect. You understand? I'm not. You know what I mean? Because I wish I would have learned a lot of stuff, you know what I mean, when I was young, as I know now, and still trying to get better and better. But I tell you what, I'm not going fishing. I'm not going to fish for a young girl at all. You know what I'm saying? That never, ever has been my interest at all. Not one bit, even when I was 15 and 16. Never. You understand? Never. You know what I mean? Hypothetically speaking, no, not at all. All right. Read some more of these comments. C-Rock, he says they also caught a high-ranking white officer on that Predator show as well. I didn't see that one. I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna see if I can check that one out. But they caught some people on that one for sure. I think they be up in Connecticut, right there, right at C-Rock. Let me know. Kareem, he says it's simple. If you join two bodies together and not married, it's sin before God's people. Stop playing stupid. God got you on his camera and you cannot erase. That's a deep one right there. What up, Sister Davis? G Swole, he says, and I also think the reason why grown men praise on little girls because the little girl's mindset has developed into a grown woman mindset to be easy to manipulate her. G Swole wrote that. Fitzgerald says these grown men pray towards young women probably because they feel they can easily manipulate them, considering the fact that they see themselves as older and more dominant. What a bunch of fools. That's crazy right there. That's crazy. Mega Power says people misinterpret the scriptures. Fornication is what? Hold up. Am I really reading this? Mega Black Power, listen, come to the congregation. I'm sending the link out in the chat. You can come on here. Listen, this is for you, Mega Black Power, to come on here to really explain what you're talking about with this one. He says people misinterpreted scripture. Fornication is sex marriage is an agreement. Are you stating that, or are you saying that in the sense upon why some people do that? You know what I mean? Let me know, because it's kind of hard to really justify what you're trying to say if you agree with that, or you stating that that's why they do it at Mega Black Power. Let me know. You know what I mean? All right, Sister Davis. He says, amen. You have to be of the devil to teach that falsehood. They say that so they can have many wives because they sleeping around with a lot of women. I agree. I agree with that for sure. You know what I mean? What up, Gin Juice? What up? What up? What up? Level says if they say it's your wife because during biblical times they made you do that. That was the culture, but they using it to fornicate. Tyrone says if he registered as a sex offender, he's definitely guilty. I gotta research that. Absolutely, for sure. Connect says it's very obvious why they think because the Bible don't have any weddings. What is that? Anymore says he got away with it with his second wife. Thought he could get away with it again. Wow. He heard my cry. Says Polight raised that girl. Really? He did? What that got to do with him? You know what I mean? I don't know if you're trying to justify him or what. That's why she felt comfortable. You know what I mean? So if he raised that girl, that might not have been his first time doing it. If that's the case, right? Obviously, he felt comfortable. You understand? And I don't know why a mother would feel comfortable allowing her 14-year-old daughter to go to some party. At the end of the day, in Miami, at that. Miami. Do they allow 14-year-old girls in them clubs in Miami? In them parties in Miami? You know what I mean? And then he took the little girl back to the hotel to dance on her? Really? He getting his duddy wine on? You understand? He getting his Harlem Shake on with a little 14-year-old girl? And then he gonna try to beg the girlfriend not to go to the police because he didn't want his social media outlook to be in shambles and whatnot. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it at all. You know, so if he raised that girl, then the man might have did it. You know what I'm saying, more times before that. Level says they say when you have sex as your wife. I think I read that one. Forgive me. I think I read that one. Jeremy says we live in a generation that has no good morals and ethics. What up, Sandra Williams? Hope all is well. All right. Level says I agree with you on that. 21, absolutely, 21. You know, because when you're 18, I still remember when I was like, you know, immature in my mind. Although I was considered an adult, I probably was working. But I still wasn't, you know what I mean? I ain't feel fully developed, like really mature till I started getting in my 20s and whatnot, for sure. All right. Let me go to some more comments. Gin Juice, you funny, man. You're talking about, man. Good I think says, well, you can't even watch Beauty and the Beast or Little Mermaid. Beauty and the Beast is all about women in love with an animal, and Little Mermaid, a man in love with a half fish. You understand what I was saying, man. You understand what I was saying. Yeah, no. I haven't watched that since I was about, I don't know, 10. But I'm just saying it's more of a family-oriented setting. You know, when you're at home, you know, you guys having some type of, you know, family time, quality time. You know, you're watching something family-oriented and whatnot and just kicking back. You know, versus going to some party with drugs and weed and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I never heard of any grown man, you know what I'm saying, taking a 14-year-old girl to some party. You know what I mean? All right. What up to Mr. Tazariak? He says, I would have waited until the 7th to speak on it again. He said, what up, Octavius? He says, do you have the video of the court DLC? It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's on YouTube. So basically, I'm just trying to hear the people's, you know, siding on this. Somebody told me that he agreed to the plea hearing. You know, some people was telling me he agreed to a plea deal. You understand? So we're just trying to see, well, what if he was to plead guilty to it, you know, he would be claiming that he's guilty. And some people mentioned that if he took it to trial, it would be messy for him. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's just like a comparison to, you know, if he was to take it or if he wasn't to take it. You know what I mean? But it's not looking good for him right now, for sure. You know what I mean? It's not looking good for him. You know, so I was like one of those individuals who did a video on him 2 years ago, and you know, he's claiming that, you know, something with, you know, you're gonna take people to court and whatnot and things like that. I don't really speak on him too much since that time 2 years ago, and you know, people was telling me that, you know, about his situation and whatnot. I don't really like to speak on people like him at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I just like to let it play out sometimes, but I also like to just hear the people what they got to say about him and whatnot and things like that. But that video with the Hebrew Israelites, that was a crazy one right there. You heard my cry says Cesario got that hardcore proof. I saw a picture from Captain on Facebook when he had the Predator and he had his face on it. That was pretty funny, man. That was pretty funny at the end of the day. You know what I mean? All right. Valerie Stewart says, greetings, Brother Harvin. Just relaxing and listening to the great topic. T-Rock says, casual sex destroys the trust between men and women. It also destroys the value and importance of sex. Okay. Okay, C-Rock. All right. For sure. Good advice. You know what I mean? Octavius says, what real men want to lay down with a child that's the same age as his daughter? Wow. Well, I think when I seen the one episode with Chris Hansen, and I believe Chris Hansen asked the pedophile the question, and he said he didn't know. It's just something that he just desires or something like that. You'd be surprised at the answers of these predators when you go on and you watch like shows like with Chris Hansen or people who doing the Catch a Predator type of thing. All right. What is that? Boom TS. You says, what's your belief on the Watcher having human wives? The Watcher? Who's that? Who's the Watcher? I don't know who that is. What is he talking about? Human wives? Human wives? What do you mean? Who's the Watcher? Let me know. All right. Nicole Levels says, y'all not married to the woman though. Stop it. You're just having sex. Mega Black Power says, I phrased that incorrectly. I meant anything outside of marriage is considered fornication. Okay, my fault. I got you. Nicole Level says, ain't no saying you my wife and that's it. There are steps. Ain't none of y'all paid no driving or nothing. You funny. Corey Lewis says, can I wear shorts to the gym? Huh? Man, we talking about something else, man. You talking about shorts. Listen, I think you asked me that question not too long ago when we talk about, like, somebody asked that question, can you wear shorts to the gym? And usually if a man is wearing shorts and we know some Christian they speak against that, and holiness and stuff like that. What I recommend is like sports leggings, not leggings that females wear, but they got sports leggings that you could put underneath your shorts and whatnot. Or some people wear sweatpants underneath their shorts and whatnot, or like long straight sweatpants and things like that. They wear certain compressions leggings, workout type of compressed leggings for a better workout to heat up certain parts of the body so you get a better workout, like compressed things you can wear. That's like saying, oh, can I wear a wife beater in the gym? Yes, you can wear a wife beater, but if you have like a the compression shirts, the Under Armour shirts that I normally wear and whatnot, they got the legging portions to it so you can get a better workout when you work out and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But they have like modest apparel that people wear in the gym or playing basketball and stuff like that. At the end of the day, you just got to search it out. You know what I'm saying? But if you wear shorts and you got nothing underneath it, you know what I'm saying? Certain things could show. You understand that? So out of respect of yourself and others, you might want to wear something underneath that for sure. You know what I mean? Me personally, it's very rare very, very rare that, you know what I'm saying, I put on shorts in general. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I like to wear sweatpants and things like that. All right. Once in a blue, probably once every 5 or 6 years, I probably put on shorts. But for me, you know what I'm saying? For me, not for no workout purposes or gym. All right. Larry, he says, all them beautiful Latin women in Miami, and dude was and dude wants a kid. C-Rock says, if he raised her, that's considered grooming. That's premeditated. Good point right there. Good point. So he heard my cry. You know, you said that he you know, he raised a girl, which is new to me. You understand? See, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But C-Rock got a point right there. So what you got to say about that? He heard my cry. What up? What up, Demary Starkey? What up? What up? What up? Nicole Martin says the age of consent should be 25. 25, you know. You know. You know what I mean? Well, listen. Nicole Levels and y'all talking about the mermaid and all that other stuff and going into all the deeper depths. I'm basically speaking about family-oriented type of things you can do versus going to a club or a party with a 14-year-old girl. I don't care what people watch as far as, like, long as it's like family-oriented. It's better to be in a house, you understand, eating popcorn and things like that, eating pizza, than taking a 14-year-old girl to some club and whatnot. Y'all going into something more deeper that it don't even need to go there. You understand? It don't need to go there. It was just making a point of it's better just to sit down and have relaxing time with your family versus going out to the club. That's all that was about. And y'all ain't need to go deeper to some that the mermaid is this and that and all that other nonsense y'all going into. You understand? That was the whole point. Family-oriented time. That's it. All right? C-Rock, he says, Polight came out and said it didn't take any deals we shall see. Absolutely. You know what I mean? I mean, me making a video and stuff like that, I'm not saying that he took it. I'm not saying that he didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's just a question mark. You know, what happens if he take the deal? What happens if he don't take the deal at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Either way, the man is in some mess right now. Especially if you're an influencer on social media. Especially if you get caught for something like this. You know what I mean? Especially if you had the mindset of a pedophile. Especially if you on here trying to push some type of positivity on people, or you claim to push some positivity on people, and then you put yourself in a position like that. It was a so-called rapper, a so-called battle rapper by the name of Tech Nine out there in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Popular battle rapper from back in the day, not too long ago. He killed himself because he was going through a situation like this also. You know what I mean? So a lot of these people, they think they're in these positions of being popular, whether you're a rapper, whether you're a speaker, whether you're a basketball player, whatever the case may be. They think it's okay for them to do. You understand? See, Mr. Tech Nine, he couldn't handle the pressures of it. He couldn't handle the pressures of his name being in the midst of molesting a child, sexual assault, and things like that. You done built up a brand all over social media. You know what I mean? Now, this is on your name right now. You understand? Now, no need to kill yourself now. No need to kill yourself now, brother. But he passed away years ago because he committed suicide. All right? G Swole says, G Swole getting into something. He says, do you think it's okay for a 19-year-old boy to go out with a 17-year-old girl? Well, like I said, I don't allow that, and I wouldn't allow nothing like that in my house. You know, nobody's going on dates, living in my house. Nobody's doing none of that in here. You understand? You know what I mean? You're not coming to the house 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock from going on a date. No way. You understand? You're going to do it the right way. Go out in a group setting or what have you. You know what I mean? Sit on the porch where so I can see y'all. You know what I mean? Have some sandwiches. You understand? Talk. Be separated. You know what I mean? It's a camera on you and it's a camera on him. You know what I mean? Where I can see you and hear your conversation as a father. You know what I mean? But 19 and 17 years of age, if they just talking and whatnot, and you know, I mean, like I said earlier, some states, the age of consent could be 15, 16, and whatnot, and things like that. But if they're just talking, having casual conversations and whatnot, that's fine, you know. But dating and doing all that other stuff, no, it ain't happening. Not under my roof, not at all, not one bit. You understand? You know, so I don't agree with that to the extent of going on a date. No, I don't agree with it. No, not at all. You understand? No, no way. It ain't happening. Of course, of course, you know, teenagers get interested in girls, and you know what I mean. The girl may be interested in the boy, despite the age and things like that. And that's why parents got to sit down and talk with their kids about certain matters, about certain regulations that can, you know what I'm saying, that's going on in the household. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I ain't allowing that. I ain't allowing two people to go on a date, not under my roof. I don't care if they 20 and 20. You understand? You ain't coming to my house any time of the wee hours of the day. You understand? 11 o'clock at night coming from a date. No, you're gonna do it the right way under my roof. Now y'all could talk and have conversations and whatnot. You know what I mean? And things like that. But going on a date by themselves, no. It's gonna have to be in a group setting. You know what I mean? Preferably with daddy. Daddy has to be around to be the chaperone with y'all. You know what I mean? To make sure things go right. Granted that we know that we was kids once, because we knew what we did when we was kids. When I was 17, when I was 18, when I was 19. You go on a date with a chick, you go to Newport Mall in Jersey City, you go to the movies and whatnot. You know what I mean? And you do this and you do that, you go hang out. Something's bound to happen. Come on now. You're bound to hold hands, you're bound to kiss, you're bound to get down with the get down. Let's just get it clear. And we know we did that when we was young, and we don't want to see our kids doing that. Because if something happened, then 9 months later, you know what I'm saying, a baby could come. Now you're a grandfather, now you're a grandmother. You know what I mean? So it's not the point. I'm strict, but they gotta understand it's only for the better of the child. You know what I mean? I don't even condone in proms and whatnot, because I'm not agreeing to none of my kids' proms. None of them. You know what I mean? I don't care if they get mad or whatever, or whoever get mad. No proms. You know what I'm saying? No, not at all. You know what I mean? So yes and no to that question that you asked. You know what I mean? Going on dates by themselves, I don't agree with it. Not at all. All right. Knowledge shall increase. He said that was a foolish question. It's all right, man. It's all right. It's all right, man. It's listen, it's all good. Chrissy, he says, how is Apostle? I pray all is well with him, and I pray in the name of Jesus Christ for his healing. Well, you gotta go check out the video that I believe the brother, what is that, Elder Edrich? Pastor Edrich. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, that he spoke about Gino last week. So you got to go to First Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ YouTube channel, and I believe you got to click the live button, and the first video that you see, I believe that's the video where the young brother, he spoke about, you know, Gino is doing a little better. All right. C Rock, he says, he said dropping Jews today. That's what's up. C Rock says, you got some weirdos in the chat. Oh man, y'all funny today for sure. Oh man. Let me see if I can find some more of these comments. Level says, here we go, over righteous. You don't have to look like a nun to be modest. I mean, you're right. You're right about that. You don't have to look like a nun to be modest. You're right about that. You understand? It's certain ways to dress as a woman, for sure. You know what I mean? But me personally, I'm not gonna be a dude going out there with skinny jeans on, with tight jeans on at all. No way. You understand? So you're right about that. Mega Black says the watchers are the angels, and know those sons of God's mentioned were talking about humans. I really don't know what you're talking about, honestly. So forgive me for sure. All right. Let's go furthermore. C-Rock says Polight is for sure in some mess. I just saw a video of a pedo getting shanked up in prison. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. And you know, when you go to prison, when you go to jail with that type of thing on you, you're gonna have to go to PC for that. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to go to PC, especially if you're popular and stuff like that. You won't be able to survive in population when you got a sexual assault on a child. You know what I mean? Especially if he take the plea deal. If the man take the plea deal, if he take it, if Polight take the plea deal, you know, he gonna have to go to PC, protective custody in prison and whatnot. And even then, he still gotta watch his back. For sure, because they do not like that in prison at all. You understand? They do not like that. You know what I mean? They also call it Punk City, PC in prison. You know? Chrissy says, I don't care who gets mad. When everyone is present, there will always be a spirit among us. That's my mindset. And I will always look at adults when kids are present. Sorry, that's me. All right, got you. Jeremy says, C-Rock, pedophiles are unsafe in prison, not even in PC. I just said that. I just now seen the comment. You're right. The guards let the inmates poke them. Wow. That's crazy. Well, I just answered that question at what is that? Amen, RA. So David says, I agree. Certain discussions need to be had pre-teen. At pre-teen, you meant at Sister Davis? Let me know. Jackie McCall says 14-year-old girl destroyed before she even had a chance. So sad. 12 years old, 11 years old are even infants. So sad. Life is destroyed before it even starts. So sad. A lot of this stuff from broken homes. Well, the thing is, I remember on Facebook, you know, some years back, you know, even before me putting up, you know what I mean, videos and stuff like that, the way I do, he had this person on Facebook. And before he moved out of New Jersey, after he moved out of New Jersey, he was arrested for, you know, sexual assault or something like that with kids and whatnot. But before that, he had put up a video with this grown man sexual assaulting a baby. Although he was talking against it, you know, when you put stuff like that up there, you still can be arrested for things like that. You know what I mean? And, you know, I remember him telling him, listen, you got to take that stuff down. You don't put stuff like that up. There's certain things you don't put up on social media, even if you talking against it. You understand? All right. Mortal Life says, I don't know that. He says, I don't know that Tech 9 from different from the other one. I'm not talking about Tech 9 from LA. I'm talking about Tech 9, the battle rapper. Akeem something. I forgot his name. I'm talking about him from Philadelphia, who committed suicide because I believe the pressures was on him that he had those charges. You know what I'm saying? From a young kid, you know, telling law enforcement officers things like that, and he was going through like a trial and whatnot. You know what I mean? And he couldn't handle it, so he killed himself. All right. C-Rock says, if a man wants to date my future daughter, I'm doing a full background check on him. Well, listen, one of the qualifications to even talk to my daughter, listen, we got to get down with it, get down. You understand? I got to see if you can protect my daughter. You know what I'm saying? We got to rumble, man. You know what I mean? So if anybody who's been in martial arts and stuff like that, they know when you're going for your black belt, you got to fight the sensei. You got to fight the Shihan. They got to see if you could get down with the get down for sure. So that's me. Any man out there with my daughters and whatnot, when they get up there in age, I don't care if they're 25 and I'm about 60. You know what I mean? We got to get down with the get down. I got to see if you could protect my daughter for sure. You understand? Senator Davis says, he says, preferably with that. Oh, absolutely. Are going on group dates with your son, both of them, girls and boys. Girls and boys. You know what I mean? For sure. I got 2 sons and 3 daughters. You know what I mean? I got to see what's going on. I got to know. Granted that sometimes, you know, kids can hide things. It doesn't matter if you do train up a child right. You know what I'm saying? You know, we was kids once, and some of us had strict parents and whatnot, but yet we still did things that we could, you know, be sneaky with and things like that. But I do prefer of group dates, going on certain outings with the kids and whatnot. I remember going on an outing. I believe I was 19 years of age, and I went on an outing with this female from North New Jersey and her family. And we had a fun time at the state fair. It was a state fair in East Rutherford, New Jersey at the Meadowlands, and it was cool. You understand? It was a cool time and things like that. You know what I mean? It kept our minds, it kept our heads leveled at the end of the day to stay focused and whatnot. So that was a fun time. I remember going on a group outing with a female's mother. You know what I mean? Her sister and her brother and whatnot. It was pretty fun. You understand? It was cool. You know what I mean? We went on a couple of outings and it was positive. For sure. Even before me being in the church and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I understand. And all right. I think something wrong with my mic. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right. Let me scroll down a bit. C Rock. He says, I'm putting a low jack on my daughter during her date. He said a low jack. He says, we got to get down with the get down. Absolutely. Claire says, Brother Tony is going to train all of his daughter's future husbands. Well, I would like for them to at least learn how to protect my daughters, not only physically, but also, you know, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, for sure. I would prefer, you know, him being, you know, striving for God and whatnot. You know what I mean? But we don't know at the end of the day. We can only try to be the best parents as we can be, you know, for sure. All right. C Rock says one thing's for sure: Polight won't be repairing credit in prison. Wow. Valerie Stewart says, why would any mother let her young daughter go any place with a grown man? She needs to be checked. Blame the foolish mother. Well, like somebody said in the chat room earlier, he heard my cry. You mentioned that Polight basically what you know helped her when she was growing up and whatnot and things like that. You know, and somebody also said he groomed her. You know what I mean? I guess the mother felt comfortable. I'm not justifying anything for the mother at all. You know what I mean? My thing is if he basically raised the little girl, you know what I mean? It looks to me as if that wasn't his first time doing it. It just so happened that he got caught for it that time. You know what I mean? Because it was obvious that you drugged the little girl, you were dancing on a little girl. Why would you even want to dance on a girl? Even if you was playing around, you don't play like that as a grown man. You just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dancing, playing around with a 14-year-old girl. You ain't grinding and touching on her tatas, you know what I'm saying, as a grown man, a 14-year-old girl. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? No way. All right? Appreciate that, Gin Juice. Appreciate that. So David says, I don't think that you should dress like a nun, but it should be modest apparel, nothing to revealing. I think people, he says, know when they are dressed inappropriately if you have the eyes and can see. Okay. G Swole says, let me read C Rock right quick. He says, Polight will need to go into PC from PC. Oh man, G Swole says, I feel you on your restrictions, but why is it so normal in the Latina community allowing a daughter to go out with a man that's 2 times their age? Listen, I can't speak for the Latino community. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them in the Latino community. You know what I mean? One of my former friends, he was Latino, and I used to hang out with them and whatnot. And I didn't see no difference. You know what I mean? In their household, their mother was a correctional officer. She retired now, and she was strict. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know that part. I'm only going by based upon my experience. You know what I'm saying? Who I used to hang out with my boy Ruben and whatnot, in Warren and them in Jersey City. And we used to chill out, play James Bond, 007 and whatnot, Mario Kart. I don't remember his mother, you know, because they had a sister and whatnot, and she was strict on them. So I can only speak about that when I used to hang around, you know what I'm saying, Spanish people and whatnot, Latinos and whatnot. They was pretty cool. I don't remember that. So I don't know. I don't know what you're going by, because it's not just with the Latino community. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Asians out here, it's Spanish out here, it's African Americans out here. You understand that? It's more cultures and races out here that allow that at the end of the day. You understand? It's just that you may see a little bit where you at with the Latinos. Somebody else may see, you know what I'm saying, Russians doing that more so. In another part of the world, somebody might see Asians doing that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. I can't answer that question. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't seen it recently, for sure, at G Swole. C Rock says, if a man wants to date my daughter, I think I read that one. I think I might be a little bit more caught up. What up, Jose King? What up? What up? What up? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Anymore says, Tony, the one that he raised isn't the same girl he's in trouble for. Oh, okay. Hey, he heard my cry. You said that he raised a girl. He heard my cry and said that. You understand? So I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So he heard my cry. What are you talking about when you say Polight raised that girl? And you know, you got this person stating that that's not the same girl right there. Right? C Rock says, I might snuff my daughter's date to see if he can endure like a good soldier. Oh man, that's funny. Good, I think says, look at R. Kelly. The mom kind of allowed their daughter to be with him, maybe to get to the money. Sometimes it could be both parties trying to get something from each other, but the adult needs sense. Absolutely. You know, with the R. Kelly situation, you know what I mean? Of course, it seems like it was about a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? It seems that way. And being that they probably didn't get their way or enough money, now they want to, you know, put their whole stuff on surviving R. Kelly and whatnot and things like that. But they wasn't saying that when R. Kelly was paying them off. When R. Kelly was giving them that $10,000 check, $20,000 check, 50 grand in cash. They wasn't saying that then. Now when the money stops, now they want to make all these documentaries. I'm not justifying for R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, because he's getting what he deserved. You know what I mean? But it's sad that the parents they didn't take accountable for the actions that went on, because it was their fault for allowing it also, for sure. All right. C Rock said, I'm having so he said I'm having too much fun in the chat. Pray for me. Oh yeah, man. It gets fun. It gets down in here for sure. You know, Polight, you know, he gonna get mad and try to file for defamation of character and whatnot. Listen, you can file for whatever you want, Mr. Polight. You know what I'm saying? When I made that video 2 years ago and whatnot. You know what I mean? Facts is facts. You the one that's facing these charges. You know what I mean? Everything is documented. They got the video on YouTube with the court case. You know what I'm saying? And people got solid proof like Tazariak and whatnot and things like that. Don't get mad because people, you should have known. You said it yourself. You told the girl, listen, if you tell the police, it's going to ruin you. Of course. Of course people are going to talk about it. Of course. You know what I mean? You think people are supposed to be quiet about this? There's nobody saying anything bad about you. Nobody said, oh, wow, he plead. Well, some people are saying he took the plea. Me personally, I'm saying what happens if you take the plea and what happens if you don't take the plea. You know what I mean? It was the when you got arrested, Mr. Polight, Mr. Michael Nark, when you got arrested, I did do the story on you. I did do the story on you 2 years ago. I only went by what the news said about you, and they had evidence on you. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So you can't sit here and file for defamation of character on YouTubers or people who's making videos about you and stuff like that, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. You put yourself in that position. You as a grown man. You understand? So don't get mad at the people, you know what I mean, for doing it. Now let's just say he's found not guilty. If he take it to trial, he's found not guilty and stuff like that and things like that. That would be a shocker. But guess what? They got evidence on you, brother. You know what I mean? Listen, don't get in your feelings now and want to or before and try to file for defamation of character. You know what I'm saying? Because you on your way to prison at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's not our fault that you did this stuff. You did it. You a grown man. You did that type of stuff. Not us. You did it. You know what I mean? So we as YouTubers, whether it's I believe Sinetta, whether it's Tazariak, whether it's C-Rock, you know what I'm saying, whether it's Hassan Campbell, if they do a story on you, you can't get mad at that because they just bringing, you know what I mean, what you did to that little girl. Simple as that. And making people aware of it. You know what I mean? Nobody wasn't saying when you was making your little videos and stuff like that on people, or when you was asking the question to the Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that, and things of that nature. Now that is on you. Now you want to get mad and try to, oh, I'm filing for defamation of character. I'm filing this and filing that. I heard this 2 years ago when I put the video out on him. You understand that? But I still kept the video up because, you know, I'm not afraid of anything like that. If the man want to file defamation of character to all the YouTubers out here and whatnot and stuff like that and try to flag the videos and whatnot, my video's still up there at the end of the day. Why? Because, you know what I'm saying, it's clear-cut proof. You know what I mean? All right. Anymore says, unfortunately, the one that he raised and did that to is now older and working in the sex industry. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Level says, right, I grew up with Latinos in Camden. That's not true. Camden, New Jersey. Wow, Camden. Jeremy says, my wife is Latina and her parents and grandparents dress appropriately. I think it is this generation that dress like Jezebels. Oh, man. What up, Justice Power? Hope all is well. Valerie Stewart says, I don't understand how any grown man could even look at a young girl, especially if you help raise her. You should not even have an attraction towards the young girl. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, C-Rock. Oh, man. C-Rock, man, you seem to be on the road today, man. C-Rock, you funny, man. Shout out to G-Swole, man. Question, man. Tyrone says, keep up the wonderful work. Appreciate that. Oh, man. He says Polight's going to be making rolls of bread diaries in prison. Wow. I don't even think he would show his face in the kitchen at all. You know, when you got a serious charge like that and you go to PC, you lock down for 23 hours and you get 1 hour rec. If that. You know what I mean? 23 hours just locked down in PC. That's crazy right there. What up, the Hayes Blessings? What up, what up, what up? Hope all is well. What is that? EP says I watched him on Jesse Lee Pearson, and he courted his second wife when she was just 16. She used to come into his bookstore with her mother. Wow. Really? That's crazy. He says he better pray I don't get the time to cover Polight on my channel because he would lose his case. Yeah, his the hearing's coming up July 7th. You know what I mean? Tazariak. Shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? You got some funny stuff on him for sure. All right. He said shoe program. He said shoe program training day. Oh man, he took it back. Don't let me start doing the impressions now. All right. Chrissy says the parents also played a part in some of the mess, but no one is talking about that. They took money from R. Kelly. They should be charged too. I agree. I agree for sure. You know what I mean? All right. C-Rock funny, man. All right, we're gonna conclude this live, man. I thank everybody for tuning in for sure. If you got any last remarks in general, you know what I'm saying? You know, I would, you know, if y'all watch the Chris Hansen catch pedophiles and whatnot, very interesting for sure. And other YouTube channels and things like that to make aware of people like this. You know what I mean? And let me see. He says if Polight goes to prison, he better purchase a chastity belt. Wow. He says R. Kelly should tell on them too. What does he have to lose? Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna conclude this live. Like I said, if you got any last remarks to this live for sure. Thank everybody for tuning in. If you're in tune with the Truth of God, you know, Tony Harvin TV. Also got another channel, Tony Harvin Network. In general, we might be having a biblical discussion tomorrow. Lord willing, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe the topic is on divorce and remarriage. This is a part two. This is a part two to Wayne Smith. Wayne Smith and Peter Cox. They had a discussion when we started in the beginning. They had a discussion on divorce and remarriage a long time ago. I think it was about 3 years ago, but we did it over the phone some time back. But now we on the StreamYard and whatnot. Now we could discuss it so the people can hear it more so. So it's a part two to the discussion, divorce and remarriage, with Peter Cox and Wayne Smith, who had a discussion 3 years ago over the phone and stuff like that. Now it's going to be visual and things like that. So it's a good topic, divorce and remarriage and whatnot. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and things like that for sure. I think everybody. He said, "Oh Lord, not Wayne Smith. I know what Wayne Smith believes." So thank everybody for tuning in. And Lord willing, I hear from y'all. See y'all tomorrow on a biblical discussion on divorce and remarriage. God bless everybody out there. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network if you'd like to do the same.